Hi everyone, welcome to this video. Getting ready to do some opening training at lichess.org. Okay, so I have a position here thrown at me randomly from Lichess, and it's white to move. I think this is a position out of Philidor or Pierce or something like that, or some sort of weird old Indian, King is Indian. It doesn't really matter where it's from. There's so many transpositions possible. Anyway, I'm tasked at finding 4 different good moves. I'm going to try and do 3 different positions here. So let's see, for this position I have to find 4 strong moves. Okay, white has good control of the center. Not really developed at all. One knight developed, which is good. Black has only one knight developed as well and is trying to contest the center. So one thing immediately I could see is taking on d5. If he takes back, I can take the queen. King takes, and that's actually a little tricky because in that line the d4 square is a weakness in my position, where the d5 square he controls with the c6 pawn. So I'm not sure if that endgame is really all that much better for white, if at all. I think actually having played c4 here is sort of a downside, but still I think that white can be active enough to make it an attractive possibility. So I'm going to try for that. And yes, this is considered one of the best moves in the position. Let's see. Another move that springs to mind is to play bishop g5. We probably would do that after trading here anyway, and then chopping on d8. Bishop g5, pin the knight, develops my bishop. I can then play rook c1. So that looks pretty active. That looks good. I don't see anything wrong with it, at least. So let's see if that's a recommended move. No, it's a good move, but I can do better. Apparently Lichess has a lot of faith in me. He says, you can do better. I know you're better than that. You don't know me well enough, Lichess. You give me too much credit. Okay. Knight f3 definitely looks good, but then I can get pinned with bishop g4. Still probably is pretty good. I'm going to go for knight f3. If knight f3 isn't good, then h3 is probably the move. Let's see if knight f3 is a good move. Knight f3 is good. And I think I'm realizing here, position of the bishop on g5 is a little premature. Putting the bishop on e3 might not be a bad idea to help fight for these central squares. Problem there is knight g4. So, let's see. Another idea would be either bishop e2 or d3. Maybe bishop e2, because it kind of prepares bishop e3. So let's try bishop e2. Yes, bishop e2 is a recommended move. And let's see. Can't help but wonder if the bishop e3 immediately is good. f4. Now that would be interesting. Trying to further open the position. Induce black to take on d4. Take back with the queen. I don't know if it's that great. g3 and bishop g3 is another interesting idea. I don't know how much sense it makes in a position like this. Let's try bishop e3 immediately. I think after knight g4 this is not that good, but I'm not quite sure. Oh, considered a strong move. Yeah, I really would be worried about knight g4 in that line. I feel like you don't want to allow black to take on e3, and I'm not sure how you can prevent that. Okay, so one position down. Let's go for 2 more. Alright, we have a position from a Torre attack or some sort of similar d-pawn opening. My bishop is being attacked right now, so I'm asked to find 3 good moves. So I'm either going to retreat the bishop, exchange the bishop, or find a counterattack. Some quiet move like bishop e2 is just going to drop a piece. So bishop takes f6 is a good one. Bishop h4 is probably going to be the other good move here. And the only other counterattack, the only other move I could play which doesn't allow him to take this bishop right away would be queen a4 check. Although, I don't know if I want to do that. Because, okay, well, I lied. That's not the only other move. Clearly there's one other move, and I think I just spotted it. But queen a4 check, bishop d7. My queen and my bishop are attacked. So bishop f4. It's got to be the move. Yep, Okay, that was an easy one. They really didn't give me much choice. I had to respond to the bishop being attacked. Alright, last position. Let's see how quickly I can get this one. Alright, again, another 3-mover. Lichess is being nice to me. They must have realized how difficult I find these positions that don't understand the opening at all. I just feel like, gotta move pieces out and get checkmated. So they said, okay, we'll go easy on poor Devin. Okay, this looks like a position from a Grunfeld. I really don't have a lot of experience in that opening, so this should be interesting. I know black is fighting against white's dominant center. I mean, the only other idea is sort of the piece activity black has on the queen side and making use of this majority. But really, having to counteract this beautiful center from white and contain it has to be the main idea. So 3 moves. I kind of like the idea of e5 here, but it gives white a pass pawn, so it's probably not a good idea. e5 and f4. I'm sorry, e5 and f5. Bishop g4 is not good, and that's probably why white played knight e2 instead of knight f3, is because bishop g4 can be met with f3, although it is a little loosening, so I don't know, maybe it's worth it. Bishop e6, I think, is a move. Right? It looks like he gets hit by d5, but then black can take on a1 if he wants. Although white probably thinks that's probably fine for white. They get a lot of compensation on the dark squares if I try and take this rook. Anyway, the idea with bishop e6 is to control the c4 square and play knight c4. Other ways of doing that, I could play bishop d7 and then rook c8, or bishop e6 and then rook c8. I think bishop e6 is a move here. I'm going to go out on a limb and play it, and it says good move, but I can do better. Okay, so not bad. What else do we have in this position? I want to develop the rooks. I want to try and develop my bishop somewhere. Again, bishop g4 I don't see as being leading anywhere. Well, knight c6 is an interesting idea. Again, trying to hammer the d4 point. And then I can play probably knight b4. Yeah, this kind of weird activity with the knight on the queen side I think is typical in a Grunfeld. So let's try knight c6. Alright, best move. But now we have to find 2 other equally best moves. So thanks, Lichess. So let's try it. Okay. Starting to run out of steam. I'm going to have to go get some coffee or something. Really want to find a way to develop this bishop and this rook. Could I try something like... Well, of course I could try anything. I'm not going to be denied the ability to try it. But I wonder if something like queen d6 and rook d8 would do anything. It's interesting. I don't think b6 and bishop b7 is an idea in this position. Don't think so. I don't think e6 is an idea either. But I could be wrong about that, trying to restrain the d pawn. I wonder why white doesn't try and aim for e5 in this position more often. Let's try bishop d7. It's a good move, but I can do better. So far, no inaccurate moves. No dubious moves, I should say. Alright, but the pressure's on. 2 more moves I have to find. In a pretty tough position, I think. Again, I like e5, but it doesn't really seem to work. Play e5, they play d5, and what have I accomplished? I've accomplished a lot, but everything I've accomplished is for white's position, so that's not that good. I can't occupy the c file. Can't occupy Wall Street. Can't occupy the c file right now. I could probably, I don't like the idea of this move because I don't understand what the follow-up is, bishop g4, but I really having a hard time seeing what else I should play here. Maybe I can try for rook b8, but again, there's just too many ways that I can be harassed in this position. I don't see anything useful that I can do. Probably one of the reasons why I don't play the Grunfeld as black. Okay. Let's try bishop g4. Because if they play f3, I'm not sure. Maybe there's something special that I have. Nope. Bishop g4 is a good move, but again, I can do better. How many other legal moves do I have? Rook e8 doesn't do anything. Rook b8 again. I don't see what rook b8 accomplishes at all. a6 followed by b5 might be an idea to play knight c4. I don't like giving up control of the dark squares on the queen side like that, though. Let's see a6. a6 is a good move, but I can do better. Well, if a6 doesn't work, then let's see if b6 works. b6 is good. I guess the idea is to fianchetto the bishop. Did I try bishop d7? Bishop d7 to c6? I think I already tried bishop d7. So what else can be done in this position? I have pressure on d4. I have a knight that's kind of offsides but controlling some squares on the queen side. When the knight moves away from a5, I'm giving up some control of some squares. So is there any move I need to play to help keep control of those squares? I'm not really sure how else I develop my bishop other than b6. Queen d6 is interesting. Trying to go to b5 or a3. I'm sorry, b4. Queen d6 to b4 or a3. Those are ideas. I can't take on d4. I have one more move to find. And I have to make sure it's a good one and it can't be inaccurate. I've ruled that bishop g4, bishop e6, bishop d7. I tried bishop d7, right? Yeah, it's a good move, but I can do better. I tried bishop e6 as well. It's a good move, but I can do better. I tried a6. b6 was a good move. e6 doesn't look right. Maybe it's what I need to do. Just to control d5 more. Ah, yeah, I would think this is too loose for the king side playing this, and all the dark squares become soft. But, well, I guess that's what Lichess. If that's what Lichess wants, that's what Lichess gets. All right, thanks for watching.